Last time on Survivor. After being blindsided by the vote, Leandra worked to get into a better position.
And that's why I think it's going to come to a point where I really want to work with you guys.
Yeah.
To be able to make sure we can break that up.
No, I agree.
On the way back from the pool challenge, Blake drove me home with Sam, so I kind of got the chance to talk with them.
Brought my handy dandy little milk jug shovel.
At the challenge, Amo started out on an early lead, but Austin's performance lost them the challenge.
Makwa has won immunity!
Travis and Austin were willing to sacrifice Lillian.
We don't want anybody to think that we have this big Brains alliance going on. It's just not really a thing.
I'm about an 8 or 9 confident that Lillian's gonna be going home.
And of course that worry is always gonna be there. I feel relatively comfortable though.
But Operation Brainfreeze, led by Laura, was reluctant.
So we're worried that there's some sort of immunity idol that they have, and what they're trying to do is to get all of us to vote Lillian, and then they'll use the idol on her, and then they three will have majority because all of our votes wouldn't count.
Although the Beauty Girls wanted Austin out,
and our team was way ahead until we got to Austin.
Hopefully Operation Brainfreeze is in full effect tonight.
Travis was ultimately seen as the least likely to play an idol. 12 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
Gotta do what you gotta do. So Brainstorm became a brain drizzle last tribal. Lost probably one of my top 2 allies in the game. Travis is gone. Oh. Yeah, I definitely thought Lillian was going out. There was no doubt in my mind. I think it was probably it was a rude awakening to the game of Survivor.
Yeah.
You do not want to see your name written down ever in Survivor. So when I saw Lillian write it down, I know she hasn't talked any strategy with anyone. She was probably just going with her gut. And I'm like, oh, I definitely didn't treat her the right way. I needed to treat her better so far. It was definitely something I had to repair this week. I need to repair that relationship. Tough one. It's a tough one, but we'll be back. I think my first words as we all walked away as a tribe were, hey guys, I'm a free agent. If you need anyone, I'm right here. I promise, I'll work with you. I just wanted to not be the next one in line.
Every person voted on was a brain.
Yeah. And it worked, right away. Hailey wanted to talk to me the next day.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to, explain the vote a little bit, because, I do want to keep working with you in the future.
I try to reach out to him pretty soon after and be like, hey, this is why we did it, but we don't want to, we don't want to vote you out, blah, 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 blah.
I think what freaked us out is that, when you guys suggested Lillian, we're like, damn, they're, gonna send out a girl on their own tribe. We thought you guys might even, say Lillian and then play the idol for her.
Oh!
And then, that would get you, you guys could get out whoever you wanted from that.
We'd be faking it. That would have been smart. Why it was Travis, she said she'd rather work with me, she felt closer with me long term, which, okay, I like to hear that. And they thought Travis is a harder player, which is true. He was a super fan. I think I told you last week, you and, I haven't talked to Anne-Marie, but I wanted to work with you guys over the Brawns, mostly because of what's coming next.
Yeah, because they've got, not necessarily on our tribe, but, the other tribe, I feel like they've got a lot of strong Brawn people.
And I know Lucas and Forrest are just incredibly close.
Oh, really?
Unbreakably close.
Oh, I didn't know.
I don't know how much Austin is talking to Laura and Lucas. But honestly, I feel like we're in the same social psych class, so it's really convenient for us to talk. And that might not be the best reason to work with someone. But it's a pretty good reason when we're in college and we have to walk all across campus / grounds, because this is UVA.
And I think the weird part now is the Brains are probably the least, I feel like we're the least tight out of anyone. Not close with Lillian. Michael was cool because he won his challenges in the beginning. And Leandra and I talked, but none of us were a tight alliance. So now it's just kind of my own game, I guess, and finding some people I can work with. So hopefully hopefully it's you and Marie.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely think that the fact that the Brains are not united makes it a better case for the other alliances to want to use me. Because I'm not in alliance as far as anyone else is concerned.
Everyone seems to hate Michael, so like it would probably not be smart to
But
work
Michael,
with him.
I think he has the idol.
Which is
Like, it's either he has the idol or it's still out there. Because I truly believe Leandra doesn't have it, because we talked on before we switched tribes. I truly believe she doesn't have it. I definitely don't think Lillian has it. So either Michael has it or it's out there. And I don't know. It can't be out there. Like, I literally would have found it.
Since the Brains were originally like planning to work with the Brawn, and that's what they thought they were going to do in the future.
Brawn is dangerous.
Yeah.
Hopefully he feels more betrayed by Laura and Lucas, and that he wouldn't want to necessarily keep working with them.
I don't know anything about Alan. I just know because Lucas had tried to talk to me last week about long term. And he had said that him, Laura, and Forrest are close. She says Laura's thinking about switching alliances at the merge. She said that's what Laura said to Sam, that once the merge comes, Laura isn't really loyal to the original Bronze, and that she just wants to do whatever's going to get her further in the game. If we can get a bigger group together, because once merge comes, we're going to get as big a group as possible.
Yeah.
She's probably the one I try to bring in with us.
Especially because like all of our old tribes are like even numbers now, right?
4-4-4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's
two gotta work together and the other one's gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah. Hailey's thinking down the road, and like she wants to get numbers now to help later on.
Yeah. I feel like I should have like toned down how much I love this show, but like after meeting people like on like different tribes, like the fact that Travis is like even bigger fan than I am, and like I know Blake on my old tribe is like a super fan too. Maybe I'm like not that intense.
No, at least for me, it makes me want to work with someone more, because I don't want to play the game with people who don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It kind of feels good to be wanted this time rather than wanting people to do what you want. And now I think I'm taking a different kind of approach as far as just saying what I want to happen. I'm kind of like, yes, I can do what you want to do here. I appreciate it. It's good to know I'm still playing.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I'd rather work with you guys than like I know.
Take out 2 more brains.
Yeah, at least. I mean, we can also go. It's just a matter of we have to trust Beauty to get us all the way to 9.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I trust them.
That's a while, yeah.
Yeah.
If that happens, then it's 4.
That would be amazing.
I'm sure they're scheming too,
The
because
4
like
of us are still
Sam
here.
and Blake are super fans.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they probably have
Everybody
all
on
these
Beauty
ideas
is a
like you
super
are.
fan.
I know.
I think indirectly the Beauties have revealed over the past couple of days that they're talking to everybody and not telling us. Like, you know, when we first started this Brain Freezers thing, we would kind of tell everybody everything we were doing as sort of a way to be like, you know, here's what I'm doing. Just know that I want you to know so that you don't think I'm going against you. But now they're not even telling us, and that worries me.
You notice, like, every time, like, I say something about, like, oh, like, Travis is, like, and
and then Hailey will be like, "But you're still with us, right?" And I'm just like, "Yeah."
I think that might just be Hailey, but yeah.
But like I feel like they're ticking.
Yeah, maybe.
As well.
Yeah, I think they're also wary of us.
So, if we had to flip on Beauty, like, who do you all think would be?
I want to get Anne-Marie out as soon as I'm just going to put it on the table right here. Like, I want to beat her.
I'd be down.
Beauty
has a lot of superfans. And those type of people know so much about this show that they have considered every strategy that I am like just starting to consider now. Like on the first day.
If it stays in our favor, as it has semi this far.
Yeah, as long as we can keep 1 or 2 brains wrapped around our finger, then we should make it. Yeah.
That'll be tough though.
Yeah, because there's gonna come a point where they're gonna.
Yeah.
It's gonna make sense for them to flip, so we might have to like make some promises that we can't keep.
Yeah.
Really, if we can get Leandra and Lil, if we get through this vote, then we're golden. Because we can promise Leandra final 3, we can promise Lil final 4, and then at 6, you know, we get rid of Lucas if we have to. I had met with Laura before the challenge to talk about the game going forward, and we had decided to try and rope in Leandra as sort of like a runners alliance since we all ran in high school.
So, why did you choose me to strategize with? Because Lucas thinks you two are pretty close.
I feel like you're more willing to be devious than he is.
Fair.
Yeah, at this point, I've shown myself to be a bit more of a strategizer than Lucas. Which I know because Forrest reached out to me first. And I asked him why he was reaching out to me. And without a beat, he was like, because you're the one that's going to do what needs to be done to win.
Yeah, I think because I'm getting dinner with Lillian tonight.
Okay, cool.
And I know that the main reason that she joined Survivor was to make friends and like just kind of get out of her comfort zone. And I feel like she hasn't necessarily found people reaching out to her thus far. So I feel like me reaching out to her, she will be likely to be on her side.
Yeah, I feel like she wouldn't be a flipper.
Yeah.
Leandra, I don't know, because we've already burned her once. But yeah, so no matter what happens tonight, I'll probably message her either tonight or tomorrow morning and she'll be like, we need to talk.
Gotcha.
I think Lil's going to be with us no matter what. She's like Michael in that I don't think she really either understands or cares for the strategy part of this. And so I think Laura said she kind of did this whole thing to make friends, and so that's the best thing we can do for her is just to be nice to her and, you know, hang out with her, and I think she'll be on our side for the rest of the game. As long as we can make them feel safe for 1 vote, then it's over.
Right, yeah.
Barring them.
It really is going to come down to who gets the brains.
Yeah.
Essentially.
For sure.
So we just got to keep working.
If we can get them first, then we're set. And idle hunting, day 4. I decided to come try Nameless Field Mem Gym area again, and I see something blue over here, so finally. This has turned out to be a really good day for me. In terms of Survivor stuff, I set up a final 3 with Laura, and yet to be named Brain, probably Leandra, and found this thing. So I am glad to not have to look anymore. I was going to spend all day tomorrow looking, but don't have to now.
Let's have a party over here, guys.
Yeah.
Line up in front of these 2 columns right here. All right. Welcome to your next immunity challenge, guys. First things first, I'll take back immunity. All right. As you guys can see, Travis was the last person voted out. Leandra, what are your thoughts on Travis being voted out?
I'm sad because we had a nice time with him on Brains. He was really nice, but somebody had to be voted out, so I'm sure it's tough to see.
Anna Marie, how are things going after the tribal and spring break?
Well, you know, the new season of Death Pro Survivor premiered over spring break, so I think we're all pumped up and ready to get back into our game.
Great. All right, so for today's challenge, we will be doing trivia. So this trivia will be related to Survivor, related to this game of Survivor. So the rules will be, you guys will line up vertically to these columns, and one by one, each of you will be answering a question individually. And I will ask a question, you will write it down on the whiteboard. On my count, you turn the whiteboard around, I'll see it, I'll count up points, depending on who's right and who's wrong. And then the next person goes. We'll go to the next round, which will be a listing trivia.
The first question is, what is the name of the first Brain vs. Brawn vs. Beauty season? Alright, turn your whiteboards around. Lucas writes Survivor Gun? Guam. Hot Island. The correct answer was... What? What do you mean? Okay. If you want to answer it. Cagayan. Hailey is correct. Which Survivor contestant fell in a fire and had to get medically evacuated? Forrest and Blake are very frustrated. Austin is ready. Alright. Turn your whiteboards around. Michael says James. Austin says Mike Scoopin. Austin is correct. What is the theme of the current season of Survivor? You have 10 seconds left. Anne-Marie is panicking. Leandra says Game Changers. Anne-Marie says Game Changers. You guys are both correct. What were the tribe names of the very first season of Survivor? Sam is shaking his head. Lillian says water. Blake says question mark. Neither of them are correct.
So hyped about trivia.
Sam, do you have an answer?
Pagong.
Yes, that is correct. Pagong and Tagi were the two.
That's where the Pagong comes from.
Who is the only Survivor player to get voted out first 2 times? Hailey says Francesca, Sam says Francesca. You are both correct.
Forever immortalized in my mind is
Bring question. What animal language is Tony Vlachos best known for speaking? Forrest says dodo. Laura says squirrel. You are both incorrect. The correct answer is llama. This is based on what I said the first day of the game. So on the first day, what language did I say the tribe names were in? Question mark and Moala. These are both incorrect. They are in Algonquian. As I said on the first day, what did Jefferson say the Rotunda was meant to represent? A, education and architecture. B, the authority of nature and the power of reason. Or C, the influence of academia over religion. Turn around. B, both correct. Fill in the blank. Academics, athletes, and blank. Turn it around. Arts, altruists. The correct answer is altruists. So Anne-Marie gets a point for Amo. Now they are leading by 2 points. What day did we start the game? Turn it around. January 17th, January 30th. Blake is close. January 28th. Who is the only survivor to get voted out with 2 items? James. Both correct. Which survivor contestant contestant is best known for lying about his dead grandma? Go. Turn around.
Forrest.
Laura says Tony. Forrest says Johnny Fairplay. The correct answer is Johnny Fairplay. Forrest gets a point. For these next two questions, now you guys pick two individuals that you want to go. Who was the first unanimous winner of Survivor? Okay, turn it around. Sam says Earl. Hailey says Earl ? The correct answer is Earl. Surrey Fields is best known for convincing which survivor to give up individual immunity? Blake and Hailey always jump up and down when they hear the question. Eric R. Eric. The correct answer is Eric Reichenbach. Now we are at the group portion, so that means there can be open communication between all 6 of you from each tribe. Here's the first question. Name the 4 players who have played Survivor 4 times. Makwa says Ozzy, Suri, Rob M, Rob Mariano, and Rupert. You guys say the same thing. You both get 4 points. Name the 3 players from Survivor Go Wrong, the second Brain vs. Brawn vs. Beauty season, that had to get medically evacuated. Joe, Caleb, and Neil. Caleb, Joe, and Neil. Both correct. Makwa is getting questions correctly, but they are still behind. Name as many female winners as possible. 20 seconds. Stop. All right. For Makwa, we've got Sandra, Kim, Tina, Danny, Parvati, Natalie A, Natalie W, and Sophie. Those are all female winners. You guys get 8 points. For Amo, we have Sandra, Denise, Michelle, Natalie W, Sophie, Kim, and Tina. That is also correct. You guys get 7 points. Now, this last question is gonna be the tiebreaker. So this is a big one. You only have 30 seconds. Name as many first boots with their respective season names or numbers from the first 34 seasons as you can. Ready, go. Stop. All right. We've got Francesca for 22 and 26, Darnell for 32, Sierra for 34, Edith for 31, and Rachel for 33. Those are all correct. 5 points for Makwa. Amo has BB, Season 1, Zeke, Redemption Island, and Francesca Fans versus Favorites. Unfortunately, that is just 3 names, so Makwa wins immunity. Congratulations, Makwa. There you go. Tribal immunity. Amo, you will be going to Tribal Council.
What really surprised me was when it came down to like the group, like us talking about who won, stuff like that. Sam and Leandra were just whipping those things out. Like they had them. The moment I had 1, they each had 2 already, and I was like, whoa. Like they're just flying through this.
So being blindsided, it was like awful, but then it was like kind of not awesome, but it was like, wow, like this is what it would feel like. Like it was cool to actually like be playing the game, even though I was on the wrong side of it, and both sides were lying to me, and like I was like, okay, I'm safe, so I can just like rebound and whatever. But so then from going to there to then like helping us win was an awesome feeling, because like I went home back to my apartment and I was just like jumping around for like, I felt like so happy because I felt like that was like my kind of challenge, and like I just was really happy that I didn't have to go to travel.
Dear God, I'm so happy that I had nothing to do with us winning at the end, because I think Sam doing so well in that challenge painted the biggest target on his back. Same with Leandra. I think people noticed how well they were doing and how much they knew this game. That's so scary. I make it obvious that I know this game, but in that challenge it was pretty obvious that I don't know as much as I lead on.
After we lost, I have been trying to form a better relationship with Blake and Sam, just because I felt better about them before the vote than Forrest and Ellen.
I think Leandra and I are starting to kind of cultivate a very kind of friendly relationship, and I don't think she has anyone else in this game really.
After the challenge, Leandra walked off with Blake and Sam, which I thought was weird because I didn't really know that they talked much.
I noticed that Leandra was being very friendly with the beauties on the other tribe, and Forrest confirmed that.
We had originally thought, Laura and I, that we were going to try and pull in Leandra. That's not going to happen anymore. I don't think. We don't trust her.
I really feel like they're going to take out me because I'm going to be the one that would be more likely to scramble successfully. And they really just put me in a tough place, because if I scramble and they find out, that is confirming to them that I'm a strategizer and that they need to vote me out now. But if I don't scramble, they're just going to vote me out.
Laura was kind of freaking out. I mean, to me, for sure, I don't know if she was telling anybody else, but she really thinks that she's going to be the target if the beauties try something.
Forrest is now my closest ally, by far. We have been talking nonstop since the challenge, because he got the same exact real weird vibe that I got. For me it was shit, I'm going home, and for him it was shit, this alliance is not what we thought it was.
They think she's a schemer, which I don't know that I agree with, but perception is reality, and anything I can do to make her feel better about where she's at in the game is good for me, because really my fate is intertwined with hers. If she goes, I'm next. If I go, she's next.
What me and Forrest eventually decided to do, after trying to figure out something, because the problem is that it really can't come from me. We have to find a way to get a target on someone else's back. So, Forrest is doing a fake Final 3 alliance for me. And he explained it to Lucas the same way that he explained it to me. He's like, okay, we need to bring in a brain to be our flip vote, and we're gonna bring in other people, but this is the final 3.
She doesn't want to come off as scheming too much now. They're tribals tonight, and I agree with that. So she suggested that I set up a final 3 alliance with Lucas and Austin.
It's so on the off chance that Austin is willing to side with us, because final 3 is just something that Beauty is tight enough that they would not be able to really guarantee him a final 3. So we're just going off of the hope at this point that the lure of the final 3 is enough to get him on our side, and enough that then me, Lucas, Austin, and hopefully Lillian will be able to vote one of the beauties out.
Because I know Lucas and Forrest are close. I know that they would easily get rid of me before each other. But during this meeting, they kind of painted this picture of how, yeah, we'll stick with Brawn and Brain together while eliminating the beauties. But at the end, we have an idea of a final 3 with you, speaking about me, with myself, Forrest, and Lucas. And I'm like, oh, I like whatever your name's in a final 3, you're not gonna complain. So I heard my name come up in a final 3. I'm like, okay, I'll hear this out.
So essentially, best case scenario is Austin successfully flips with us, Lillian is also on our side, and we take out Hailey.
And on top of the final 3 commitment, there's just no reason to lie about that this early in the game. Maybe they won't stick to it in the long run. I don't necessarily intend to stick to it. I have allegiance to Leandra first. But that gets you a long way down the line.
I'm just really nervous about Brawn. I know this whole thing is an intense environment, but I just feel like every time we see them, it's just like, when is the betrayal gonna happen kind of deal, you know? And I'd rather us betray them before they betray us. I was a big proponent of turning on Laura. My tribe wanted to vote off Austin, but Laura is shifty. Because I feel like Laura's so... I don't want to go into like individual.
It's just like,
it's because she just causes so much stress because you never know, like...
I don't know why she's talking to Sam so much.
I guess this whole time, Laura's kind of, you know, I used this earlier with Anne-Marie, but she's had sketchy tendencies.
Sometimes doing the same exact things that we're doing, and we're pretty, like, I don't know, and I feel like we're kind of shifties.
And I also realized, like, you know, after the challenge that I probably acted a little bit too enthusiastic. I like shouted out the answers when people got them wrong because I knew them and I was excited.
Yeah, I think that would work really. I really think that Lillian and I have like some vibes.
Yeah,
I noticed that
always
she
have like weird like.
Yeah, I noticed that she like stood next to me and stuff, and she was like commenting to me and stuff. I was like, okay, like I can work with this.
So I hope they don't, you know, plan to overthrow us like we're planning to overthrow them.
It's like the Cold War. It's the Cold War, just like US and Russia, and I'd like to say that Beauty is US.
Okay, so you like have like a really good long talk with Lillian and like educate her.
Me and Hailey are going to vote for Laura. Hailey is pretty sure she's convinced Austin to vote for Laura, and Austin is a Survivor player, and I think he understands why Laura is the best choice to vote off.
It seems like at this point, it's like really just a game of whether us or Beauty jumps first to ally with you guys, and whoever doesn't is going to be gone pretty quick.
I think Austin is in on voting out Laura because, I mean, Laura's trying to make like all these alliances with Austin too and everything. I think everyone kind of sees how she's kind of shifty.
Yeah. We would rather ally with you guys because the thing with Beauty is that they're never going to break. Like, they're never going to... Yeah, they're never going to ally with anyone. Like, they'll let you be, like, in their top 5, but, like, that you will always be the one that's voted out, like, when it gets to 4, that kind of thing.
We're just afraid that people who are, like, habitual athletes are going to be able to, like, with the combination of their alliance and them also winning immunity, maybe like every week.
We just think that like they also have a lot of the superfans, aka the people that have seen legit like at the challenge where they just got like everything. I think 3 out of the 4 of them are superfans, which is just scary because that means they probably know way more strategy than we can ever think of.
That kind of thing. And I know it's like, and like that's just me, you know, that's why I want Laura out. But I also know that she does the same kind of thing with everybody else. She did that with Austin.
She's been talking to everybody.
Yeah.
I feel less bad about voting.
Yeah, she literally
cheating on me.
The best option to keep us safe is to vote out Hailey and start trying to pick them off before they can really organize and start going after us.
Yeah, and I mean, talking to Austin, I felt like more in solidarity with him. So
right, yeah.
Lie with Brawn is because they are Brawn for a reason, and like they're all like athletes of some kind, and they're going into a part of Survivor really soon where that's gonna matter.
As far as challenges go, you know, she's not necessarily the biggest asset, so even if we do have a few more rounds, we're probably not losing as much as if, say, Lucas was going to go home, you know.
To get into individual immunity, like, all the tribes are gonna kind of dissolve, I'm sure. Like, that can't last forever. And to be honest, like, I'm glad that I'm talking to you instead of Hailey because I think that we could work together. Like, yeah.
Good.
That's 4 of us against 2 though.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to tell what Lillian's thinking. I think she's just being bombarded by all these people and she, like, either doesn't really understand or doesn't really care.
Hopefully Lillian is on our side and not someone else's, because she very well could be.
Did you see my salamander?
Yes.
I have to say her water's like kind of low right now, but I was in charge of turning Lillian, and I thought that I could do it, but I think Lillian may be such a wild card that I don't know what she's gonna vote. She could ruin this whole thing.
Anne-Marie gets along well with Lillian, so we thought it would be significantly easier to take out someone that Lillian would be quicker to agree to voting out.
That leads us to this morning where I met with Lillian for the first time in this game. Like, round of applause for me for waiting like a third of the game to finally speak to one of my original tribe members. And I knew we had to talk because we voted for each other. There was obviously something to fix there.
I actually don't know anything about Survivor. So like the first time we went to tribal council, I was like, everybody talked together about this. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, I didn't really talk to anybody about anything.
Yeah.
And just kind of was like, random number.
Like, a lot of my beliefs kind of remain true. Like, she said that she hadn't spoken to anyone before last tribal. That she really doesn't know much about the strategy of the game. Which, like, I can respect and appreciate. Now that there's not three of us anymore, like now that there's not you, me, and Travis,
I feel like we're probably going to be targeted.
The other two, I think, are turning on each other. And then I began talking about, okay, forget strategy. Who do you like? Who do you want to stay with us in this game? Like, I think now we kind of have the option of who we want to go with. And I think you and Anne-Marie have been fun. Like, I know you guys are making me laugh. I think you guys have been pretty close. That's just my...
I feel like I've like talked to Laura more, and I'm not sure now that you said that they went and talked to you and lied to you. I'm not sure if she would like necessarily be genuine in an alliance with us or something.
Yeah.
But
So my meeting with Lillian, hopefully it shorts some things up and we can work together in the future. I don't know how much she bought what I was saying, and her explanation of her vote for me was just she went with her gut, which that doesn't make me feel any better that I'm doing anything right. But hopefully the fact that I reached out and talked to her maybe gets it to go in the right direction. So I don't know who I'm more inclined to work with. That's part of why I want to talk to you, because I really don't know. But
I haven't talked to Lucas at all.
But
He's just kind of quiet.
Yeah, Lucas reached out to me too. But like, that's why I want to talk to you, because I didn't know who you were more comfortable with. So maybe this whole Operation Brainfreeze, maybe I've just been thinking about Brainstorm the wrong way. Maybe we're not a thunderstorm. Maybe we're a blizzard. Maybe they think that they're trying to freeze us out, but little do they know that when we get this information, we're getting smarter about it. We're using our brains, the reason we're on the show, to kind of turn it against them. Anything else? That's all I want to do. I just want to get on the same page again. I'll take it. I'll take it out of your hands.
Peace cookie.
Peace cookie.
No matter what happens, on the night of trial, chaos is going to reign. It's not going to be what it was before that. All alliances are going to be different, and it's just... I don't think I'll be on the other side of it at this point. Basically, it's hopeless. This sucks, and I can't, like, I'm gonna do the best I can, but this is my last confessional.
Alright, Amo, welcome to Tribal Council for a second time in a row. Lillian, 2 brains have gone in a row. First it was Ray, then it was Travis. Are you worried it's going to be a brain again this time?
Maybe. I don't know.
Do you feel like it's a strategic pattern, or do you think it's just coincidence?
It seems like
Coincidence. Very quiet.
It could be either, though. I haven't had enough magnifying glasses or time to properly investigate.
Alright. Austin, would you agree with that? You're not sure if it's strategic or coincidence?
Well, either way, I hope it stops, because if it's another brain tonight, it's a 50-50 chance that it's going to be me. So hopefully it's a coincidence and it changes from here on out. But I can only hope.
Also, you, Austin, and Lillian were the only ones to get votes last time. Do you think it could be between you and Lillian for that reason?
I mean, that certainly shows that the Brain tribe coming in had a ton of dysfunction. That every single vote was a Brain. We were obviously doing something wrong. So hopefully doesn't keep track this time. Hopefully that changes things up.
Anne-Marie, if there's dysfunction between the brains, would it be a good idea to get the brains out?
I mean, I think we know who is strong in this tribe, and I think that people are going to stick with that.
Do you mean you'll vote out strong people or loyal people? Or keep strong people?
All I'm going to say, Genki, is the votes will fall as they will.
Lucas, does that worry you?
That's pretty
The
ominous.
vague and cryptic answers.
That's pretty ominous, yeah. That definitely worries me. I mean, I know I had a very underwhelming challenge, but people are obviously scared of the future and the post-merge future, so really anything can happen.
Laura, with these vague answers, do you think there is any paranoia growing at all between you six?
I mean, it's gonna happen. We're playing a game where you have to trust people to have alliances, but we're all here to get each other out. So it's natural for a little paranoia to happen, but at some point you just gotta trust someone, and it's the luck of the draw, whether it's the right or the wrong.
Hailey, do you feel like you're gonna make the wrong or right choice today?
I hope so. Yeah, I hope. I mean, I think it just depends on the future. You know, how close the merge really is. If, you know, something goes down on the other tribe, like, who knows? But I hope what I'm doing is right.
What are you basing your vote off?
The future and the expectation of the merge, pretty much, and who we want to work with and who we don't want to be there.
So it seems like the consensus is a mix between keeping loyalty and keeping strength. Is that what it is?
Not necessarily.
I'd say that people across the board in our tribe know the merge is coming. And I think everyone's trying to prepare for it in some form or another.
Well, with that, it is time to vote. Austin, you're up.
After last week, if it's not me, I'll be just fine.
Andy, you're up.
Really hoping it's not me tonight. Hopefully this works.
Laura, I think you're really sweet, but I can't work with you, so you can't be in this game.
Right. Back again, and I slightly understand this a little bit. Either of my options don't look too great for me, but there we go.
Okay. Let's see if this pays off.
Forrest tribal too.
I have no idea what is happening right now.
I have the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play one, now would be the time to do so. Alright, I'll read the votes. Once the votes have been read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. First vote, Hailey. Second vote, Laura. Third vote, Hailey. Fourth vote, Laura. That's 2 votes Laura, 2 votes Hailey, 2 votes left. Fifth vote, vote, and 7th person voted out of Survivor Rotunda Island. Hailey.
Man.
That's 4 votes, that's enough. Come over here. Right here.
Oh.
Hailey, the tribe has spoken.
I'm not out quite yet.
She can't be taken down!
Alright, go ahead. Alright, go ahead.
What? Maybe it'll work for you.
Man, I'm bummed. I had hoped I'd make it to the merge so I could at least be part of the jury. Yeah, I'm surprised that the brains went with the Brawn. Good luck to the rest of my beauties. Fuck the rest of them. No, just kidding. Yeah, okay, bye.
Next time on Survivor.
Laura is a snake in the grass. She is Queen Elm.
The 3 remaining beauties are left to scramble after losing Hailey.
Is that like, if you guys lose, then you're probably getting voted out, and then we're going into a merge with 10.
And trust begins to evaporate.
Hot water.
Such hot water.
He is. Oh, he's screwed. He's screwed.
But now he's pissed at me and making me the scapegoat here. When he's the biggest threat in this game, he probably has a freaking idol too.